Hello everyone, today I have these sparkly skull and crossbone nails for you. If you'd like to see how I did these, please keep watching. These are the nails that were in my last short nail video, and I think hopefully you can see that they've grown in quite a bit, and hopefully they will continue to grow in even more. So I'm starting off with a Bluesky base coat because these are natural nails, so definitely need the base coat. Just kind of scrubbing a little bit into the nail. This is in real time. This whole video is in real time because I thought there's not a whole lot happening in the video, so I might as well show you the actual speed that I work at. It's not super quick because, I don't know, I'd rather go slowly and work well. So now I am putting a coat of 80545, which is a lovely, it's got like a purple gel base with red glitter in it. I do 3 coats of this on the pinky, middle and index finger. You definitely need the 3 coats, or you could put a base colour down. It looks quite nice over a bright red, but if you wanted to keep the colour similar, I would choose a deeper red base. Then on the ring finger and also on the thumbs, which I do separately, but I did 3 coats of Gellack Black as Night. I finally ordered a Bluesky black, so hopefully that's going to turn up soon and I can use that. So like I said, 3 coats of Black as Night on the ring finger. I really do take my time. I don't want to slap the polish on and have to clean up. I would much rather get it on nicely and smoothly and not have to clean up. You always get a cleaner line if you get it with the brush rather than cleaning up. Plus you don't really want to get it on the skin anyway because you can cause overexposure and allergies, and then you can't have gel polish anymore. So once I've done those 3 coats and they've fully cured, I'm taking 80501, which is just a pure white polish, and a medium-sized knotting tool. I'm just kind of sketching out a round shape, which is the top of the skull, and then kind of, I don't know, pulling that down with a little paintbrush and squaring off I guess this is technically the top of the jaw. Now this is obviously not an anatomically correct skull. That would just, well, I mean, it would look great, but I just didn't have the time, and we're going for a more cartoony look. I'm using my paintbrush to perfect the edges, and then leaving a little gap of black and drawing in the bottom of the jaw. Don't worry too much if this isn't perfect because I will go back with the black and perfect the final shape. Then for the crossbones, I didn't have enough space to put like the full crossbones on, so you actually only see the top ends of the bones, but it's basically just an X and then 2 little nubbly bits on the end of each bone. Obviously if your nail's a bit longer, then you put these nubbly bits on the ends of the other bits as well. You can thicken them up till they are to your liking. I feel like the thickness is going to depend on the size of your nail and just the size of your skull. If your skull is bigger, you're probably going to want thicker crossbones, but I didn't want them to be too thick so that they didn't take up too much space. Again, these don't have to be perfect because they can be perfected with the black polish. Once you're happy with that, go ahead and do a full cure. Now, like I said, I'm going to go in with my black and just round out any bits that weren't quite round enough, or thin out bits that, weren't thin enough. You're just really perfecting the shape of the skull. Now you could absolutely go in before you've cured your white and use a cleanup brush to perfect the lines, but for me personally, I find I get a cleaner outcome if I go back in with the base color. You'll see that in most of my videos I don't use a cleanup brush to clean up my lines. I will generally go in and do the lines and then go back in with the base color. I really only use a cleanup brush if I've used a base color that I can't go back in. Say it's a couple of colors layered over top of each other, or pigments or something like that, then I will use a cleanup brush. But for me, I get cleaner lines if I go back in with the base color and clean up the lines. So now I'm taking a smaller dotting tool and just popping 2 little eyes. I kind of feel like I made these a little bit higher, but hey, every skull's different, right? Then using a tiny little paintbrush and making a kind of an arrow shape with a rounded bottom. I was going to do a full triangle, but then I decided I liked the more, like, I don't know what you call that shape. You can see it there. And then I cured that. Now I'm going back in with the white and thickening up my lines again because I think I overcorrected them a little bit too much. But yeah, so that for me, I rather go back between the 2 colours, perfecting my lines, than using a cleanup brush, because when I do use a cleanup brush, it'll often smear the polish, and then I have to go over it anyway with the base colour to get rid of the smeared polish, or it just makes a mess for me. It just doesn't work for me. But if it works for you, then go ahead and use a cleanup brush instead. So then I was happy with that finished design, and time for top coat. Obviously I top coated all of the nails, not just the skull nail. I love these skulls, they're so cute. Sorry I was quite rambly in this entire video, but hopefully you understood what I was talking about and maybe learned something useful, and you now know how I did these skulls on these fingernails. You can see I really do take my time. I don't know if there was a bit of fluff on there or what, but I was taking my time with that top coat. And a final top coat. This is the only top coat on these nails. Look at that sparkle. I do love that sparkle. One thing I will say about this polish is you kind of have to make sure that you go around the edge of the nail, maybe with your fingernail or a brush or something, every time you put on a layer, because sometimes there's be a bit of glitter sticking out past the free edge. But then again, if there is in the end, you can just kind of gently buff the free edge before adding your top coat and it's fine. And also, if you do have troubles with it being a bit patchy, because it can be, just use a base colour first. Or just pay attention, especially on your third coat, to where the glitter is being placed, if there's any bald patches or anything like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something, even if you didn't like the skull and crossbones. I think I gave a few tips on why I prefer using polish over a cleanup brush. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.